Good morning, students, and welcome back to the class. So, in the previous class, that is yesterday, we were discussing about the kingdom fungi. Okay, and we have discussed a few characteristics of the kingdom fungi. So, today we will discuss still more characteristics of the kingdom fungi. Okay, and so their bodies consist of long, slender, thread-like structures, and they are called as a hyphae. Okay, so the bodies of this fungi, they contains slender means thin, thread-like structures. They are called as hyphae. Okay, you see long, slender, thread-like structures. Okay, and they are called as a hyphae. And the network of hyphae is called as a mycelium. You see, this is one this hyphae, and like this, many this hyphae, that is, they form a network, and that network of this hyphae is called as a mycelium. Okay, and this the cell wall of fungi is composed of chitin and that of a polysaccharide. Okay, so the cell wall of this fungi is made up of the chitin and that of a polysaccharide. Okay, that is and next thing is this most of the fungi are heterotrophic. Okay, I have already discussed in the previous class autotrophic and heterotrophic. Okay, heterotrophic, that is they won't prepare their own food, and they depend on others for their food. So most of the fungi are heterotrophic. That means they won't prepare their own food, and they absorb the organic matter from the dead substrate. Okay, these fungi are most of the fungi are this heterotrophic, and they absorb organic material. That means they get food from the dead substrate. Dead substrate ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸತ್ತು ಹೋದ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಡೆಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್, ಡೆಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಸ್ಯ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಏನು ಡೆಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂಥ ಬಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಂಗೈ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಹೆಟ್ರೋಟ್ರೋಫಿಕ್, ದೇ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಗೆಟ್ ದ organic matter or organic material, that is nothing but food, and they are called as saprophytes. So saprophytes, I have already told in the previous class, saprophytes are those which depend on the dead remains of the dead bodies of plant and animals. Okay, so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And some of the fungi, they depend on living plant and animals, and they are called as parasites. Okay, and some of the fungi, they depend on the living plant and animals. ಓಕೆ, ಜೀವವಿರುವ ಸಸ್ಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫಂಗೈ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಹಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ, ಪೋಷಣೆಗಾಗಿ. ಅಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಫಂಗೈಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್, ಪರಾವಲಂಬಿ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, and some fungi, they live as symbiont. Very important word, symbiont ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಹಜೀವನ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಸಹ ಜೀವನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಂಗೈ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ಲಿವ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಬಯಾಂಟ್. ಸಿಂಬಯಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಹಜೀವಿಗಳಾಗಿ, ಸಹಜೀವನ ಮಾಡುವಂತೆ ಕೂಡ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜೀವಿಯ ಜೊತೆ ಜೀವಿಸೋದು, ಸಿಂಬಯಾಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನಿತರೆ ಜೀವಿಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಕೂಡಿ ಬದುಕುವುದಕ್ಕೆ, ಬಾಳುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಸಿಂಬಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಜೀವನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಂಗೈ ದೇ ಲಿವ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಬಯಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಜೀವಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಅದು ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಜೀವಿಸ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿತ್ ದೇ live with the algae. Fungi live with algae as lichens. ಲಿಚನ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಪಾಠದೊಳಗೆ ಲೋವರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಲಿಚನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಫಂಗೈ, ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಲಿವ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ಗೆ. ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಬಯಾಸಿಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಿಚನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ this fungi also lives with the roots of higher plants as a mycorrhiza. You see, this fungi also lives with the roots of higher plants. Higher plants the root ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಜೀವಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಫಂಗೈ, ಸಿಂಬಯಾಸಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಹಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಫಂಗೈ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈಕೋರೈಸಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, fine. So this is about this how these fungi live. There are three types based on their deriving food. Okay, one is a heterotrophic and another one is parasite and another one is a symbionts. Okay, and further this reproduction, how reproduction takes place in case of fungi. One is by vegetative method. In case of vegetative means we are having fragmentation, fission and budding. Fragmentation antandra the whole body is broken down into different pieces and each fragment or each piece it gets developed into new organism. That is a fragmentation. And fission is it gets divided into two daughter cells and that fission is nothing but division. So the organism here fungi gets divided into two daughter cells and each daughter cell will develop into independent organism. That is known as a fission. Fission is a division. And budding. So bud is outgrowth. Bud is a outgrowth. For example, here this is bud, that is an outgrowth, that is a structure, ಒಂದು ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. And next further what happens, in the initial stage this bud will remain attached to the parent and later stage it detach from the parent and it will develop into new individual. That is known as a budding. So reproduction takes place by vegetative means. In the vegetative means we have a fragmentation, fission and this and another one is a budding. You see, this is how the budding takes place. Formation of bud, that is an outgrowth. Initially it gets attached to the parent body, later on it detaches from parents and develop into new organism. So that is budding. Next, this fungi also reproduce by asexual modes. And in the asexual method they develop by formation of spores which are called as a conidia. So in case of fungi they reproduce asexually by formation of spores and those spores are called as a conidia. Remember this. And or they also reproduce asexually by this sporangiospores. Okay, these are different types of spores: conidia, sporangiospores or zoospores. These are different types of spores. Spores are nothing but the structures through which the reproduction takes place by means of a asexual method. And next, even this fungi reproduce by sexual method also, and sexual reproduction also takes place in fungi. That is through by oospores, by ascarospores and through and the basidiospores. Okay, by these means sexual reproduction takes place in case of a fungi. And next, the sexual cycle involves 3 steps. So the sexual cycle in case of fungi, it involves 3 steps, and one is first step is the fusion of protoplasm between 2 motile or non-motile gametes. So first step is a fusion of protoplasm. I hope you have you know about this protoplasm. The cell will be having protoplasm, isn't it? So that fusion of this protoplasm between 2 motile or non-motile gametes, okay, and that is the first step. In the first step in sexual reproductive cycle, what happens? Fusion of protoplasm takes place, and that fusion of protoplasm is called as a plasmogamy. Remember this. So you may be asked, what do you mean by plasmogamy? Plasmogamy is nothing but the fusion of protoplasm between 2 motile or non-motile gametes. Okay, that is first step in a sexual cycle. Next step is that is second step, fusion of 2 nuclei. Once protoplasm, after fusion of protoplasm, the fusion of nuclei, that is nucleus, takes place, and that process is known as a karyogamy. Okay, remember this. You may be asked, what do you mean by karyogamy? Karyogamy is nothing but the process of fusion of the 2 nuclei. Okay, that is known as a karyogamy. And the third step in sexual cycle of fungi is what is that? This is third step, that is meiosis in zygote. It results into the haploid spores. Okay, so the meiosis, that is cell division. In the cell division we have 2 types. One is mitosis, that is equational division, and another one is meiosis, that is reduction division. That means chromosome number get reduced to half. So in meiosis, in zygote is nothing but diploid, having 2n number of chromosomes. That results into the haploid. Haploid means 1 set of chromosomes. Okay, haploid spores will be formed, okay, due to this meiosis. Okay, so this is about the fungi. Okay, and we will discuss still more things regarding the fungi kingdom, fungi, in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so with this we conclude here and continue tomorrow. Thank you.